What up? Coming to you live from JDM Hawaii. I've been here for a total of 4 days, and outside of the day of me being homeless, I've had the ability to drive essentially any car here. That includes my very own K-Truck, WayBeforeTheFame on the windshield, WayBeforeTheFame down there. Look at this rusty, beautiful thing here. So I could be driving this every day, but instead, I've been driving this Daihatsu Mira Gino. So I remember when I first saw this car a couple years ago when I was in Japan, prior to being import legal, I knew that us Americans would eat this up. It's safe to say that most people love the front ends on the classic minis. The Daihatsu Mira Gino is basically just a Japanese version of that. They even have these mini light wheels that I want to say most of them come on. This one in particular has a grille with the fog lights. Later has another one that's in this lime green color. This is the one that I've been driving. And then we have this pearl white one in the showroom. So in today's video, we're going to talk about the Daihatsu Mira Gino. We're going to open the hood and go over all 3 interiors. And unfortunately, none of these are turbo, but this car does come 4-wheel drive turbo. So the first Mira Gino we're going to look at is the one I've been driving every day. I really love the fact that these are white. Same with that. Like, I just love the Daihatsu Mira Gino front end. Like, I'm not even joking. This was a huge factor into me buying the blueberry lemon. Like, I think this is one of the best looking cars. But let's work our way around. Back here looks like a Mini Cooper. Again, we got those plastic pieces in the back. Now let's take a look at the interior. Power windows all around. Have this nice burgundy color interior. Wood grain steering wheel. We have a driver's side airbag. No airbag on the passenger side. Whenever I get in here, I see where they were going with the classic look. Even if you look at this cluster, it looks very similar to the Subaru Sandbar Classic. That's why this isn't even white. It's almost like an off gray. I think it looks really good with the wood grain though. Perfect candidate for a double din. Got a little storage there. Coin holder. I guess you could say it does have 1 cup holder. And then you pull this to pop the trunk. We'll pull this to pop the hood. Back here, it's your traditional hatch. You have your safety cover there. Then if you pull this and this, you get some additional room. Underneath, we're working with a 3-cylinder fuel-injected engine. I have to say this is one of the most roomiest engine bays. You have all this room here, which is probably where the turbo and everything goes. Looks really clean. We're gonna drive it on the highway, of course. I was able to cruise around like 60. Keep in mind it's NA, so it's not gonna go 70, 80 comfortably. So here we have our first Mira Gino. Right next to that, we have another model that is a bit more loaded. This one has the grille with the fog lights. Comes on these England mini light wheels, which I think make the car look 1000% better. This guy, unlike the first one we saw, has black leather interior, front and back. It's also very roomy in here. This is me sitting on the passenger side. I'm 5'9", 5'10". I have lots of room. My knees aren't touching. And when I head back here, same thing. My knees really aren't on top of the seat. I would say this is a 4-seater. I wouldn't go as far to say this seat's 5. I think that's unrealistic in most K cars. Here's another look at the back. I love that the roof is wrapped black. Same with the 2 stripes in the front. Very similar to my blueberry lemon. Couple cool features, which is always good to see. This one has power mirrors, which is always nice. Also has foldable mirrors with the touch of a button. Power windows all around. And then it has JDM GPS. We got the same 3-cylinder. Really wish we had a turbo one here. I would love to know what this feels like, turbo all-wheel drive. Maybe I have to buy one to match with my Daihatsu Mira Gino, and that could be like my rally build. Here's how we're looking with the lights on. And then lastly, we have the white one inside the showroom. I think white, it looks even more classic, especially with those hubcaps. Same interior, same paisley print. We got the wood grain on the steering wheel. Nice classic dash. Automatic. 4-speed. Rear seatbelts in the back. And then under here, We're looking again, nice and clean, lots of space. Now let's do everyone's favorite part. Let's start this guy up. AC blows ice cold. Let me show you what this 3-cylinder looks like running. Now let's drive the Daihatsu Mira Gino and tell you guys exactly why I've been driving it every day. So to be honest, these are all automatic. I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh, I wish it was 5-speed. And in a way, you know, time and place. Like Hawaii is non-stop traffic. It's very similar to New York where, yes, do I wish I was banging through gears right now? Yeah, I guess, but like this one isn't turbo, it isn't 4-wheel drive, so it isn't very quick. So I don't really need to do it. Like right now, this is me putting my foot all the way down. You know, it picks up, the brakes work great, but I don't really need to be like downshifting and doing all that. This is a good commuter car. That's exactly what the Miraginos that are here are. Now when we find ourselves a turbo 4-wheel drive one, ask me that question again. If I had one of those, of course I'd want it to be 5-speed, but the real reason I've been driving this every day is that it's just extremely comfortable. Like these cloth seats, they're not even necessarily buckets, but I feel like it's hugging me in. It's extremely quiet. This one in particular, the AC blows ice cold, which is a must in Hawaii. And then it does have the speed. Like, let's not get it twisted. It's still fuel injected. No, that's just a quick pull. That's not even me necessarily trying. So it's definitely fast enough to get you wherever you need to be going. It just doesn't have the whoosh. But in my opinion, the real selling point on the Miraginos is the looks. In my opinion, the reason the Miraginos are going to be popular is really just the way it looks. I think people love the classic front end. I think people love when it has the fog lights in the middle as well. Same with the rear end. It just looks like a Mini Cooper, but it's JDM, it's right-hand drive. In my opinion, I think the purple looks a lot better than the black leather. You get black leather seats really in anything. So to find a car with purple paisley interior, I think that just makes it... you can get black leather seats really in anything, but to find something with purple paisley interior, I think that's just 100% cooler. But I'm on the highway right now, so let me show you guys. We don't have a tag, so I can't tell you how fast I'm going RPM-wise. But this is 90 kilometers an hour. The car is nice and quiet. Actually, I have the space. Let me take advantage of it. Let's see how fast we can go. This is about 70. Still taking it very nice. No shakes on the steering wheel. This is about 75. Oh wow, it just shifted into 4th gear. Okay, so right here we're max. This is foot all the way down. Car does not want to go faster. So you could say 125 is your max speed, which is about 70, close to 80 miles per hour, which is fast enough for any US highway. I think the thing with these Ginos that I'm driving right now is just the potential. Like this is me taking a corner pretty hard. Same thing for this side. Like I could just feel like the integrity of this being a very cool hot hatch. Like I cannot wait. I think the turbo 4-wheel drive one started around maybe 2000 or 2001. I think what it really comes down to is from my understanding, the turbo 4-wheel drive models aren't import legal yet. I think we still have to wait a year or two for those to come out. But driving this one on a relatively windy road right now, it's taking it fine. I could only imagine with a bunch of fun aftermarket parts like strut bars, exhaust, rims, intake. This one isn't turbo, so like just the little things to make this better. I think it's similar to like an N8 Alto. Like look at this. This is a speed bump right here. It just straight back to place. Like you would think that this has all that aftermarket stuff already, and it doesn't. But let's drive this back to JDM Hawaii. I think I waited a little too long to make this video, so I apologize if it's a bit dark. We're about to head back on the highway. 4-speed automatic life. What do you know about that? I don't need to be banging through gears. I'll show you a little more of this POV. So I'm going 60 miles per hour right now. Wheels nice and straight. Closer to 70 with no problemo. Passing cars on my right. Soon to be passing cars on my left. This is also with the AC on. I'm probably losing a good 10 horsepower right now. But I'm in this video here. Let me know in the comments how you feel about the Daihatsu Mira Gino. I want to let you guys know right now that you will 100% see one of these on the channel. It will be 4-wheel drive turbo, and I will be doing a lot of fun stuff to it because I've been buying a lot of parts for my blueberry lemon, and unfortunately a lot of them have been wrong, which means I have to put them on something. So I love the way the car looks. I love the way the car drives. I can only imagine what it feels like 4-wheel drive turbo and on some good old tri-spokes. But thank you guys for watching. We got a lot of cars to go over. I still got to make a video on this Mitsuyoka. Stay tuned for a K-Truck comparison video. I would like to say that this one will be next, along with several other bangers. So thank you guys for watching. Shout out to JDM Hawaii. Shout out to everybody watching this video. Peace. So it's the next day, and just in case you thought I was driving something differently, I am still in the Miragino. I still got the AC on. I'm going 100 kilometers an hour with no problem at all. And unfortunately, I don't like that the video was dark. I feel like this is a really good car, and I don't want the darkness to take away from it. So we're gonna do one last 360. I'm gonna see if I miss anything in any of the Ginos, because I feel like the Miragino is one of those slept-on K cars. I would compare it to maybe like the Honda Z. I think prior to me getting my Z and making a lot of videos, a lot of people didn't really care about it, and that's saying a lot from a Honda. Same with the Daihatsu Mira walkthrough. I don't think I'm the first person with the Mira walkthrough. I don't think I'm the coolest person with the Mira walkthrough, but I think that me making a lot of videos and showing how practical it is, how it could be used for a store, how it's just an overall weird little car, has increased the popularity of said vehicle. And I think the same goes for this one. But I'm in this video here. Got both of them side by side. It's kind of cool. They also have two of these side by side. So maybe we'll make another comparison video. Gotta love these eyelashes on the Mitsuyoka View. But yeah, these things are sick. Love the way it looks with the grille with the fog lights. I think the mini light wheels just belong on this car. It's crazy what rims can do. And then back here, I didn't show the trunk too much, but you got your standard room. You could definitely go food shopping. Worst case scenario, like I said, you could put both these seats down. But a super cool car, very slept on car. Thank you guys for watching. Road to 40K. Peace. And then I have great news on the giveaway. We are officially sold out. Live drawing is going to be September 26th, this Thursday at 8 p.m. EST. That's 2 p.m. Hawaiian, 5 p.m. on the East Coast. So that gives me enough time to get everything all situated. But we're officially sold out. Head to my Instagram to check out the full list to see exactly what number you are. And I see you guys tomorrow with a new video, and then Thursday with the live drawing and a new video. Road to 40K, road to 100K, peace.
Remember the name. This is way before the fame.